Carpe diem, my name is Ultranatic. Rap is a genre of music that has a mixed reception.
Peace up, A-Town.
I mean, I'm mixed to it myself. Sometimes it's cool to listen to, and a fantastic staple in music with groundbreaking commentary.
Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head.
And then there are other raps that are either hokey or dumb.
So I stay on track, collect the facts, never cut the slack, and I always watch my back for Jack. Delta, yeah. Don't understand I'm the man with the plan, cause the power's in my head and the power's in my hand.
Nevertheless, you can't deny it's a major staple in entertainment.
Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
For the past 3 decades at least, rap has become one of the most prominent genres of music to ever hit records, cassettes, CDs, digital, etc. And animation is no stranger to rap either. It's been used in this medium since at least the early 90s. But sometimes, when rap is implemented into animation, it doesn't turn out for the best.
It's all about the challenges. It's a brand new game and a brand new world, new rivals. As you fight for survival, nothing can stop you, diamond and pearl.
Not to say that all raps and cartoons are bad, because they aren't.
Young Danny Fenton, he was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine. It was designed to view a world unseen. He's gonna catch 'em all 'cause he's Danny Fenton.
But there are certainly some that give rap a bad name.
It's time to get cool like right now. Y'all Titans really wanna know how? When it takes attitude and confidence, mix them up together like blam.
Whether it be by the talent of the singer, the ability of the creator, the quality of the lyrics, or the content of the visuals, there are some raps and cartoons that have gone down in animation infamy. And I've made a list of them here today. What's the criteria? Well, for satirical reasons, online works are not included. It had to actually have aired on TV or in movies. And it can only be one rap per product. If a source has multiple terrible raps in it, then only the most insane raps will be included. Otherwise, sky's the limit. It can be CG, traditional, Western animation, anime, television, movies, commercials, or even actual rap songs. If it's an infamously stupid, cheesy, lazy, or in all generality bad rap, it'll be shown on this list. So let's begin. We're counting down the top 20 most ridiculous raps in cartoons.
And what do you know about rapping?
I know a few things.
Yeah, right.
I thought I found a love, but she was just a fling. And then I met a girl and felt a different thing. It's like you're hit in the ring, like you're pulled by a string. Can't breathe like you're choking on a chicken wing. It was a thing called a sing, and I wanted to sing and listen to the ballads of the man named Sting. Lady looks in your eyes and it suddenly springs, like when Nala looked at Simba in The Lion King.
That's whack. That's horrible.
Number 20.
Ooh, you suck.
For those who don't know, one of my all-time favorite actors is Robin Williams.
I grew up in San Francisco, so a lot of cowboys just no horses.
He made most of my childhood, from films like the Aladdin series, Jumanji, Hook, Night at the Museum, and one of my all-time favorite films, Mrs. Doubtfire. In said film, we have Robin just messing around with some toy dinosaurs. And in the middle of it, we see this.
Yo, it's time for the raptor rap. I'm a raptor, doing what I can, gonna eat everything till the appearance of man. Yo, see me, I'm living below the soil. I'll be back, but I'm coming as oil.
And it rightfully earns applause. But it's not the only time in media where he's rapped.
I just blew in from a biology lab. I'm back and I'm flapping free. Let me tell you a story, and it's all about...
Yeah, you know this list is going to be interesting when the baddie rap, one of the most infamously corny raps of the 90s, is only at number 20. I mean, in the first place, it's Robin Williams rapping. Even in Mrs. Doubtfire, that was a little bit over the top. And just the idea of an environmental film having a rap song is screaming desperation to be popular. With that said, this song did become popular. Just not in the way they intended. Now first off, I love this rap. It's fun, it's funny, and it's Robin Williams' brand of fast-paced wit. But that doesn't mean that this rap song doesn't belong on the list, because it certainly does. Mainly for its abnormal lyrics and its tone. I mean, the song starts out with a freaking pipe organ. And its tone turns into some sort of haunted beach party.
Yo, the name is Patrick. The logic is erratic.
It is so strange seeing this shift in tone. And then Batty tells his entire backstory in rap.
Potato in a jacket. Toys in the attic.
What is any of that supposed to mean? And how does it pertain to Batty? I don't get it. I need an explanation for his thought process.
I rock and I ramble. My brain is scrambled.
And that, my friends, is why this song is so low on the list. It actually gives a reason for its absurdity. Very few of the other songs on this list have any sort of excuse, but this one does. With that said, the lyrics don't stop there.
Rap like an animal, but I'm a mammal.
Okay, that sounds predatory, which, yeah, he's a predator, but still.
I've been brain-fried, electrified, infected and injectified, vivisectified, and fed pesticide.
That's actually pretty good. Seriously, that actually was very well constructed. This song clearly has promise, and it's hard to tell whether this song was pre-made or improvised by Williams himself.
Seems to have no effect, Doctor.
Get me another one. Get me another animal!
Someone give this guy a duet with Count Von Count.
Oh, come dance with me, doing the batty bat.
Robin Williams, you've left your mark on rap music forever, and I only wish you were still alive so we could tell you thank you. Thank you for this delightfully stupid rap.
So hear my Batty word and exercise a little prudence when dealing with humans.
Humans?
Where?
It was a thing called a sing, and I wanted to sing and listen to the ballads of the man named Sting. Baby looks in your eyes and I suddenly spring, like when Nala looked at Simba in The Lion King.
That's whack. That's horrible.
Number 19.
Ooh, you suck.
Another thing you might not know about me is my love for musicals. Yes, even a guilty pleasure here and there. But I'm talking about the musicals that aren't ironically popular. Musicals like Rock of Ages, Sweeney Todd, Moulin Rouge, etc. Even the ones with the biggest flaws to them have this magnificent craft as well. One time, one of these musicals was turned into a TV show. And you'd think that TV show's music would match the style of the stage play now, wouldn't you? Yep, Little Shop of Horrors got a TV show. But aside from the title and the living eating plant, you'd never think these two had anything in common, because nothing is alike from this show. The entire plot seems to have been erased, and our adult main characters are now kids.
Now when you come to the shop, what you get and what you see, so just be careful. Getting close to me.
Also, the animation looks like a storyboard scene from Rhapsody in Blues from Fantasia 2000. Yeah, it's pretty lazy.
Alright, it's time for me to bust a rhyme, so sit back and chill for a while. I'm coming at ya like Toonstyle.
As for why the original theme song wasn't used, I'm not sure. Well, yeah, I am. Raps are popular, so throw out whatever word for something risky. I see the ideas behind it. Too bad they use a rap for such a ridiculous premise.
At the little shop, yeah, boy, in full effect. Yo, the little shop posse's gaining respect, so break out before I put you in check.
Actually, upon further research, all the animation for this show seems to be very similar to another rap video, Break the Chain by Big Joe Crash. And while it's abnormal as well and has a weird style, at least it's an original style and has a good audience. Not to mention the actual rap gives very good commentary. This, well...
Alright, it's time for me to bust a rhyme, so sit back and chill for a while. I'm coming at ya like Toonstyle, so get ready for a funny bone overload.
Well, I'll give the rap this. Whoever's performing is having the time of his life while he's doing it. Especially with the Motown Flower Choir accompanying him in the background. Probably the biggest flaw of this rap is that it doesn't tell us anything about the actual Little Shop. So, unless you're familiar with the musical, hey, you're kind of screwed anyway because it won't even follow that formula. Nevertheless, I kind of enjoy this theme song, just for its campiness. But it could use a little pesticide here and there.
I wanna go to the little shop. Word, little shop.
It was a thing called a sing, and I wanted to sing and listen to the ballads of the man named Sting. Baby looks in your eyes and I suddenly spring, like when Nala looked at Simba in The Lion King.
That's whack. That's horrible.
Number 18.
Ooh, you suck.
This next one might seem like cheating as it's technically a live-action movie, but it has animated characters doing the rapping, so I think it counts.
I know the feeling. Better yet, I know the cure.
Whoa! Oh, just match the colors with the buttons.
Oh, I wish I could overlook this rap as, yes, it shouldn't count if I go by that criteria. But come on! We have a Scotsman, a nerd, and George Lopez rapping to an Aerosmith song. I seriously cannot exclude that from this list. And yes, that's technically Run DMC's version of Walk This Way being played on Guitar Hero back there, and I can tell the design is Guitar Hero because I've played that game several times. But for whatever reason, we have Clumsy Smurf playing on the drums from Rock Band in the back too. So the clip is already confused.
Rockface. Gene Simmons. He's never mind.
Okay, never make those faces again. The Smurfs don't have the cool power to do any of this. They were a silly, harmless cartoon about little blue people. It's like making a cartoon about the Oompa Loompas. Where was the cool factor supposed to come from? Jesus, I haven't even gotten to the actual rap yet. I guess they thought by mixing them with Run DMC it would make up for everything? Well, let's just see the execution. Well, first, have them rapping at thin air, or whatever's supposed to be in front of them. I get it, they're rapping to the audience. By style standard, that's cliched, and by a story standard, it makes no sense. But what about the lyrics?
Smurf Sweetie is a classic kind of sassy.
Little Scots climbing way up a knee.
Not another single girl in the whole Smurfing world, and I can't believe she's looking at me. It's a complete surrender to the power of her gender. So I close my eyes and make a wish. I just want to save her. All her Smurf berry flavor, so I smurfed her just a little kiss like this.
So, the song is essentially about wanting to get lucky with Smurfette. This is a kid's film, right?
Hey guys, how do you like my new dress? Whoa, is there a draft in here? Oh, okay, that's not what I had in mind.
Oh. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm still not sure about this.
Oh, sorry boys.
Whoa, yeah, that cools the giblets.
Okay, I know that's not a kid's film anymore. On a side note, let's remove the kilts. Relax, I'm not being perverted, because I think the filmmakers forgot that he has pants underneath that. How the heck does he feel anything in the Nether Smurfs? God, you got me doing it now.
La 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 la.
No. 3 reasons why that should not be there. First off, with that scene being shown, the childhood charm should be gone. Second, I can't think of any way for that annoying baby lullaby they're spouting to be cool. And third, and most importantly, how the heck do the Smurfs know anything about rap? They come from a magical land with no electricity, and certainly no current music discounting Katy Perry. So how would they even know what this is? All these reasons pile up for this to be number 18 on the list. Now get the Smurf out of here, you Smurfin' rap.
La 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 la.
It was a thing called a sing, and I wanted to sing and listen to the ballads of the man named Sting. Baby looks in your eyes and it suddenly spring, like when Nala looked at Simba in The Lion King.
That's whack. That's horrible.
Number 17.
Ooh, you suck.
Okay, I said this was a list of the top 20 most ridiculous raps, but there are some on this list that I do like.
La 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 la.
Not every rap. With that said, words cannot describe how much I love this stupid, ridiculous, oddball pick I've got for number 17 on this list. I say stop, you say
Hammer man, hammer man, hammer. Whenever there's a crime, some crooks are gonna do time. They all better beware, cause the hammerman will be there.
I'm not even being ironic. Well, okay, a little ironic, but I'm not kidding when I say this. This has got to be one of my all-time favorite cartoon theme songs of all time. Top 20 at least. I just can't help it. I mean, I know a lot of people hate this theme song, and I can't say I don't understand why. This is probably the least professional MC Hammer has ever looked. But there's something about this theme, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's the weird choreography that they give to the characters that mostly extends to just bouncing around or doing the running man.
They met a guy named Stanley who was dancing every night. He helped the kids play every day. His heart was out of sight.
Maybe it's that Gramps in the middle of the backstory is getting attacked by evil living missiles. Or maybe it's that the green screen the Hammerman is in front of is more obvious than Tim Curry's in The Worst Witch. And yes, this animation is stupidly cheap, but it's so random in its cheapness that it's kinda cool to see. It's like a glitchy computer program. A little annoying, but you just want to keep looking at it to see what it'll do next.
Here's how it started a long time ago. The legend of the hammer and how it began to grow.
And yes, the entire theme song is explaining Hammerman's backstory. Now personally, I see that as a good thing. All too often these kind of theme songs give nothing about the backstory. Just look at Little Shop.
Alright, it's time for me to bust a rhyme, so sit back and chill for a while. I'm coming at ya like Toon style, so get ready for a funny bone overload.
I don't know, I think it's better to have too much information as opposed to none at all when it comes to a product. And yes, MC's execution is very slow and feels unrehearsed. But that to me makes it more enjoyable. Imagine if someone like Mark Wahlberg's performance from The Happening was all done in one take. I'm not convinced it wasn't, but doesn't that make the execution more entertaining too?
He was given magical shoes from a hip-hop Motown dude. Together they had power. They stood up for what was right.
Okay, now a lot of you might be thinking the only thing more ridiculous than this theme song is my enjoyment of it. Well, I guess I can see your point there. I mean, how could anyone like a theme song by a has-been rapper with an overly colorful, dated color palette and unnecessarily long backstory?
Now this is a story all about how my...
Oh yeah, one of the most popular theme songs of all time, with almost too much in common with this one. In fact, Bel Air's theme song is longer than Hammerman's, and no one ever seems to complain. And don't tell me that every detail needs to be given in that theme too. Will Smith lived in a bad neighborhood, got into a fight, his mom thought it was too dangerous, and sent him to live with his rich relatives in Bel Air. Boom! Just explain that rap in one sentence. Now let me be clear about something. I love Fresh Prince's theme song as much as Hammerman's. And Fresh Prince is objectively better than Hammerman as it is. But come on, if Fresh Prince has such a fan base despite its flaws, why can't Hammerman?
So Gramps opened up the bag and took out the magical shoes. He set them on the ground and they soon began to groove.
This theme song might be my biggest guilty pleasure of all time, but this theme song is truly magic on the mic for me.
They hopped right on his feet and he became Hammerman, Hammerman, Hammer, Hammerman, Hammer, Hammerman, Hammer, Hammerman, Hammer, oh yeah!
It was a thing called a zing, and I wanted to sing and listen to the ballads of the man named Sting. Baby looks in your eyes and it suddenly sprang, like when Nala looked at Simba in The Lion King.
That's whack. That's horrible.
Number 16.
Ooh, you suck.
When it comes to raps, who can make the corniest one? I meant by a company standard. I think Disney holds that title. Oh yes, Goof Troop, at a time where the Disney Afternoon had hit their peak with some of the best shows ever. And they were wondering what more they could do. So they went for what might be popular at the time, thinking it would draw an even bigger audience.
Isn't always it. Sometimes you gotta go just a little bit. So don't you even hesitate.
Honestly, the theme and the show itself were well off enough to where we wouldn't need it, but for whatever reason, they used this live-action rap during the premiere. And yes, again, this seems like cheating, but it's a rap promoting a cartoon premiere episode, with cartoon clips. Plus, just look at these visuals. Yeah, no chance I'm letting this slide either. Again, I find this rap pretty enjoyable, but so unbelievably stupid. And I know it's trying to be pandering too for a number of reasons. One, it's showing the words on the screen. For, I don't know, relevance, emphasis, a sing-along, I never got that rap cliche. Two, the choreography. Half the time the choreography is mimicking Michael Jackson, the other half is trying to mimic Disney slapstick. Yeah, good luck replicating that.
I slip, a trip, a flip, a fall. Everybody goof and stand tall. Do the dance, join the group, true. Let's go.
Oh god, is this rapping forced? And let me guess, they're going to continue to try and make Goofy cool.
So don't you even hesitate, just join on in, cause getting goofy feels great.
Okay, in this day and age, getting goofy has nothing to do with the cartoon character. Although it may have something to do with other cartoon characters.
Guess I'm allergic.
And good excuse is something you never outgrow.
Sorry, staying focused. Look at this wardrobe. We have baseball jerseys and high school layer jackets. Something I'm sure is related to this show. Okay, the show actually did have a baseball episode, but the sport was hardly the focus of the show. Also, there's the Goofy costumes, which I don't think even 4-year-olds would wear. And yet, they're trying to reach a preteen audience. Same. While we're at it, why don't you put Danny Phantom in a sheet with eye holes in it as his costume? That'd make him seem cooler, right? Also, the repeated he yucks going on throughout the song get pretty annoying. And now I can see why Max gets annoyed by the sound effects so much. Okay, so is there anything redeemable about this overtly silly rap? Well, yeah. First off, that guitar riff. That's awesome. And let's put it this way, it's a rap for Goofy, thus making it a Goofy rap. This rap is so goofy, it matches the character and the tone perfectly. Especially with the pathetic attempts to make Goofy seem really cool. I mean, just look at these.
A slip, a trip, a flip, a fall. Everybody goof and stand tall. Goofing out is what it's all about. Now you must show goof with gusto.
How can you hate a rap this transparently silly?
Finally, Goofy has his very own show. Get ready, let's go.
I mean, it's Goofy. What more can you say about a rap meant to endorse Goof Troop?
Let's go!
It was a thing called a zing, and I wanted to sing and listen to the ballads of the man named Sting. Baby looks in your eyes and it suddenly spring, like when Nala looked at Simba in The Lion King.
That's whack. That's horrible.
Number 15.
Ooh, you suck.
Say, don't you just hate raps in anime? I mean, anime themes are so amazing that almost no one puts them in top 10 lists of opening themes. Because most, if not all, the picks will be dominated by Japan.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause.
And then American dubs make a few choices of their own, and oftentimes poor ones. So let's take a look at one of the most annoying pandering anime films and see how it starts. And you already lost me. Well, that didn't take long. Seriously, the Digimon theme is a pretty well-liked theme. Heck, I haven't even seen the show, and yet I listen to the theme song all the time.
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
So of course we need to update it despite it being perfectly fine.
Did you hear? Did you know what's coming? A Digi-Destiny starts today. Let me hear you say.
Okay, let's talk about the visuals. The electronic Technicolor template is pretty cool, but then we have a bunch of clip art Digimon flying around. Do they do that in the show too? And then there's the rapper. I give him credit that he sounds very professional, but this ridiculous excuse for lyrics can't sound good to anyone. All they do is add digi to the front of every word.
The Digi-Volution is up and running. Did you see? Did you hear? Did you know what's coming? A Digi-Destiny starts today. With Digi-Will and Digi-Vice in hand, there's a Digi-Dynamic force in Digiland. When the Digi-Pass and Digi-Present collide, time to Digi-Side.
I wish I had more to say about this obnoxious sellout. If you want more info on it, go see the Digimon review by Nostalgia Critic and Jesutaku. It's worth a watch.
The Digi-Dudes will Digi-Rule with Digi-Ability and Digi-Food. Save the world from a Digi-Disaster. The threat from the net makes the digital masters.
The only good thing I can say about this theme song is that it doesn't officially start off the movie. That's Angela Anaconda's job.
Digimon!
Let's not read too deep into that. I'm not a fan of this show, but if I was, this would probably be like poking me with a cattle prod. Annoying and painful all in one.
It was a thing called a zing, and I wanted to sing and listen to the ballads of the man named Sting. Baby looks in your eyes and it suddenly spring, like when Nala looked at Simba in The Lion King.
That's whack. That's horrible.
Number 14.
Ooh, you suck.
Would anyone be surprised if I told you that Nickelodeon fell in this trap too? Probably not, since they haven't been known for making the best decisions lately. Let's see, Adventure Time or Fanboying Jum Jum? It seems like an easy choice. Legend of Korra has a huge fan base? Let's just take it off the air and put it online. We can't possibly profit from it. And speaking of the Avatar franchise, who's directing the movie again? So naturally, this one's not surprising to me at all.
Aw, yeah, BFFs, that's right, best feet forever. One.
Okay, first off, the fact that feet is the subject is so incomprehensible that it's incomprehensible. I'm not sure how much I can add to that. And yes, that is the subject. Just talking about feet because I have no idea.
Spongy feet, starry feet, little itty birdie feet, brother's feet, sister's feet, stampede on evil plankton feet.
Dr. Seuss, if you're watching this from the grave, I think someone's stealing your material. Or at least potential material. I don't know, only you could make this stuff work, not these imbeciles.
Turtle feet, squirrely feet, rat feet.
Was that supposed to be a joke? I mean, rats are a common fear, but feet are probably the last thing people fear about them. It's like being afraid of a snake for its eyeball. That's probably not the most frightening thing about the creature.
Prancing feet, dancing feet, sitting on a toilet seat.
Oh, isn't that a lovely image? There's a couple of those all throughout the promo, aren't there? Like the picture of a Data uniform with a foot for a head. It's just disconcerting.
Arching feet, ninja feet, walking very slowly feet.
For your viewing pleasure, a sloth! What's this promo for again? We never find out what this promo is for. A holiday? A special? A marathon? What is the purpose of this?
Foo feet, feet, nice. A fleet of feet and foo feet, sweet.
Oh, I think I'm putting the pieces together. This was all concocted by the Valley Girls from #Selfie. Well, that explains the migraine.
Some athlete's feet. Ew, athlete's feet.
Oh god, these jokes are making Teen Titans Go look like SNL.
Trackmate feet, Wall Street feet. Must finish up some worksheets feet. Yeah, I gotta finish up some worksheets before tomorrow's client presentation. You're so busy. Moving on.
I went to the stock market today. I did a business.
Hot feet, cold feet. Step into the beat feet. Ooh, you better go, girl.
And now I think the song's given up. Actually, no, it hasn't. That would imply it was trying in the first place.
Can't be beat, so share your love in concrete. Cause they're your best feet forever.
Unless your leg gets amputated, which I prefer over this garbage. Oh, and here's the biggest problem. The ending. Listen to what Mrs. Puff has to say.
I don't know what that was all about, but I'm glad it's over.
Did you just condemn your own rap song? You had so little confidence you never made an effort. And yet, Nickelodeon executives were so uncaring they aired it anyway for no reason? Well, if you don't care, why should I? I'll end this however I want to end this. What feet-related thing could I end this off on?
Happy feet, I've got those happy feet. Give them a low-down beat, and they begin dancing.
Works for me. Next clip.
It was a thing called a zing, and I wanted to sing and listen to the ballads of the man named Sting. Baby looks in your eyes and it suddenly spring, like when Nala looked at Simba in The Lion King.
That's whack. That's horrible.
Number 13.
Ooh, you suck.
Remember how I said that animes didn't always make the best decisions in terms of rap? Well, I wasn't just talking about Fox Kids. Some of you might be familiar with a company called Kids. Wow, didn't even let me finish. Yeah, if the baddie rap was one of the most infamously corny raps in animation, then the One Piece English dub from 4Kids is one of the most hated themes in all of dubbed anime. I mean it. This theme and the show along with it are on everyone's bad list. Well, I haven't seen anything from any version of this show, so let's just judge the theme song as it is. With this reputation, I'm expecting something overtly pandering with nothing of substance and a soulless cash grab.
There once was a man named Gold Roger, who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
My fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything I own in one piece.
Huh, so far that's actually a pretty cool backstory, with a simple and elegant wording and booming presence. So far I'm not seeing anything too bad. When's the bad stuff start?
Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for one piece, the treasure that would make their dreams come true.
Yo!
Whoa! Okay, I think I get it now. I think I see the problem. The opening is like a door slamming in your face. It's completely out of nowhere. But with that said, I'm not gonna make fans with this comment. I actually kind of like this theme. Yes, I mean it. I mean, yes, this is pandering, but not nearly to the level I thought it would be. And it has a pretty epic beat to go with it. Just look at my reaction when it actually opens up.
Searching for one piece, the treasure that would make their dreams come true.
Yo!
Don't give it up, Lupe. Don't give it up, Solo. Don't give it up, Nami. Don't give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
But the rap still has its problems. I'll give it massive amounts of credit for explaining its story very well, but it doesn't even explain its characters to a fraction of who they are. And I know that without even knowing these characters. Let's start with Luffy.
His name is Luffy. That's Monkey D. Luffy. King of the pirates. He's made of rubber. How did that happen?
Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum.
That's it? That's all we get? You sure everyone should be mad at the Hammerman theme for giving too much information? I mean, call me crazy, but if I heard about a kid eating a candy that made him flexible, I'd like a little more context than that. But what about the rest of the characters?
His name's Olo, he's just like a samurai and a Lady. Nami's not shy. Usopp's doing that marksman thing. Sanji's cooking, Chopper's doctoring.
Yeah, I don't think I need to go into detail with how overly simplistic these lyrics are. Whoever wrote these lyrics had no clue where to begin. But honestly, as out there as this theme is, I like it because of how eloquently told the backstory is, how amazing the visuals are, it's an anime of course, how much effort is put into the rapping, and speaking of which, who the heck is doing the rapping? This guy sounds familiar.
The pirate whose eye is on it, he'll sing, I'll be king of the pirates, I'm gonna be king.
Oh my gosh, they're one and the same! And if they aren't, they sound pretty dang similar.
The Digi-Dudes will Digi-Rule with Digi ability and Digi-Tool. His name's Olo, he's just like a samurai and a Lady. Nami's not shy.
So, even with these stupid lyrics, why is this theme song so hated? Is it because Japanese theme songs were so much better? Here, let's get a sample from a few of them. I mean, objectively, these are better, but they each have the same problem as the 4Kids theme. They don't match the tone of the show. I mean, without watching the anime or reading the manga, I've heard how this show is insultingly watered down for kids. And yet it gives a hardcore, almost ear-bleedingly loud rap. Meanwhile, the Japanese version, which I can only assume is the exact opposite, with death and violence and drama, all that good stuff, gives a theme song that's very reminiscent of Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball. And Dragon Ball has an excuse, people died in that too. With the exception of the villains, spoiler alert, they could always come back. This show about pirates hunting for treasure, I'll assume, doesn't. So in either case, the tones are completely reversed.
Here's how the story goes, we find out about a treasure in the Grand Line, there's no doubt. The pirate whose eye is on it, he'll sing, I'll be king of the pirates, I'm gonna be king.
Regardless of the tone, it sounds like raps and anime are just a combo that no one wants to see work. But I challenge that. What if this theme song had this music put into it?
Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. the ceiling can't hold us. Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Call me crazy, but that's an amazing idea for an opening theme. I can't think of a better way to end this off with than, in all fairness, this really amazing looking end shot.
It's the name of the treasure in the grand line. Dino, set sail on one piece.
It was a thing called a sing, and I wanted to sing and listen to the ballads of the man named Sting. Baby looks in your eyes and I suddenly spring, like when Nala looked at Simba in The Lion King.
That's whack. That's horrible.
Number 12.
Ooh, you suck.
You know what's uncanny? When I call out a bad rap, and it's in complete denial.
Bad? I'm not bad. I'm the good guy here. He just doesn't get it. I mean, something good finally happens to me, and he just has to come along and rain on my parade. What's his problem? Yeah, bad. Right.
To be honest, before I did research for this list, I'd forgotten about this rap. But here it is, poking me dead in the eyes, so I have to acknowledge it. Some might argue it's not a rap song, but that's because it only seems like the onceler is actually singing here. However, it's pretty clear he isn't. His notes are supposed to extend out, not just stop abruptly while he's marching in place.
How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally.
Okay, first off, nothing you're doing is natural. It's more forced in an internet troll's opinion. Second, bad. It's a one-syllable word. Ask Michael Jackson. And yet you repeat it out to 4 syllables like you can't think of another word to include with 3 syllables. How about possibly? Like this.
How bad can I be? How bad can I possibly be?
You see, you can do it! And the contrivances don't stop there. We see our onceler get a tailor so original that his best design is a mixture between the Mad Hatter and the Riddler, of course. And every time I hear this guy rap, my blood pressure goes up just a little bit. I've listened to this song so much out of research, I should probably go see a doctor.
The animal that wins gotta scratch and fight and claw and bite and punch. And the animal that doesn't, well, the animal that doesn't winds up someone else's lunch.
What the heck is the matter with you? Did you just try to make cannibalism of a beloved children's character whimsical? Listen, that's sick. That's just sick. The only thing more sick is that this movie created a new popular app, having the lyrics dodge falling axes. Quite an appropriate game if you ask me. Now, I will give this song this. The animation is beautiful, fluid, colorful, creative, everything you expect from Dr. Seuss. But that doesn't excuse the message. It's a money-hungry corporation trying to defend itself from the stupid, backstabbing decisions they make. Heck, they try to make themselves seem like the victims in the situations they put other people in. You flippin' D-bags. Oh, and to add insult to injury, let's include twerking in the rap.
Shake that bottom line.
The Lorax said it best.
That's a woman? Slappity slap. Complain all you want, it's never ever 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 gonna stop.
Oh my god, that's awful! This obnoxious family singing together like a church choir in the praise of the humble giving corporation.
How bad can I be? Just look at me petting this puppy. How bad?
That's not a puppy, that's a bear. Or something close to a bear. I mean, the tail isn't right. But now I'm nitpicking. I've had enough of this ego-stroking idiot.
And the lawyers are denying.
No, that's you. You're the one in denial.
This is all defying. How bad can this possibly be?
Sadly, only number 12. Because there are worse and more intolerable things than this song. I just can't believe I actually mean that.
How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? How bad can I possibly be?
The story of the Lorax truly had too many trees cut down. Especially the one that the music for this stupid rap was written on.
How bad can this possibly be?
It was a thing called a sing, and I wanted to sing and listen to the ballads of the man named Sting. Baby looks in your eyes and I suddenly spring, like when Nala looked at Simba in The Lion King.
That's whack. That's horrible.
Number 11.
Ooh, you suck.
I'd like to take this time to thank some of my idols in this video. Nostalgia Critic, JonTron, AniMat, Bob Show, etc. Many of you have been inspiration to me to make reviews online, and even helped me in discovering these picks. But the next pick I have on this list, I wouldn't be aware if it wasn't for one reviewer. The mysterious Mr. Enter.
Some heroes are made, others are defrosted. This is their story.
Gonna tell you a story and it's vaguely true about butt-kicking dinos who know kung fu.
Yeah, I never heard this one before it was discovered by Mr. Enter, but I would kind of prefer it stayed that way. But this exists, so let's talk about it. This isn't the first rap from Mr. Enter's top 20 worst cartoon themes list that will be on this list. And spoiler alert, it won't be the last. But as far as this song goes, I didn't want to include it because it barely counts as a rap. Mr. Enter's words himself.
Actually, I wouldn't call it a rap because there are like 3 different styles, all sewn together ass to end.
So what can I make of this rap? Any positives? Well, for a Ninja Turtle ripoff, it does its best to give as much background on our show as possible. And that's where the positives stop. Good intentions, horrible execution. Let's start with the singing. Wow. First off, a story that's vaguely true is giving me a TMNT FAG commercial vibe from it.
The video that reveals the incredible true story.
And second, yikes is that off key. I think this guy was the star of his middle school glee club who got a little too greedy in high school. Hearing his voice is like an actual cheese grater rubbing against my ears. That guy just burped while rapping. From a mutant, another cliche. So, even the song points out the cliches in the show. You know, I can't quote Mr. Enter of every little thing about this theme song, so if you want a more full analysis, you can look at either Mr. Enter's review of the show, or his top 20 worst cartoon themes part 2. You know what? I think I prefer that one guy singing over the large choir singing. I think these guys have had -1 practice sessions on this thing. And then we get a breakdown of our characters and their species. Not their personalities, abilities, or anything like that. Just their names and their species. Except for Kane the leader. But even then, it's so brief in passing, you almost miss it. And then we get this weak excuse for a joke. You know, when I was 4 years old and dinosaurs were all the rage, kids could always pronounce and practically spell that word. So if a preschooler could, an accomplished singer probably should too. And then the choir shows up again. Once they're done, you think the theme song's over. But nope, they keep going, even bigger than before. Oh my god, it's unbearable. So, what haven't I talked about? Oh, that's right, the visuals. Obviously the animation is choppy and unfocused, but I'll give it credit for at least trying to be colorful. But even then, some of these ideas are just plain weird. We have Edgar with a cheeseburger for a head. Creepy. We have a guy dancing around in a pickle mascot costume. Isn't that Ron Stoppable's territory? And then said person being turned into a pickle-skinned dinosaur. I don't even want to know. Mr. Enter, if you're watching this, it's amazing you were able to uncover this fossil. I just wish we could rebury it.